everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. I wanted to wear my jacket today, but the side of the street that we're on don't really get no sunlight, so it kind of gets a little bit chilly over here, even when it's like in the low 50s. So if you see people walking around with the jackets, because they're not standing around in the damn shade all day. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a couple of things to talk about. First thing I want to say is this. Once again, the Democrats have shown why they should not be in power. I'm going to say this again. Once again, the Democrats have shown how they have not been in power. Also, why they should not be in power. Also, just so we can be clear, I have another I told you so moment. Morning, my brother. All right, have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
Also, I have another I told you so moment. Morning, my brother. Because I've been telling y'all about Taiwan, right? Same dude every day. Try to get me demonetized. Same dude every day. Same dude every day. Try to get me demonetized. Same dude every day. We're gonna talk real low. We're gonna stand right here. As soon as I went live, y'all see him pop up with his music, right? Same asshole every single fucking day. Same asshole. Every day. Same asshole. He drove all the way over here, right to where we was, trying so hard to get me demonetized. Now he gonna go park his bike down the block and play the music. Same asshole. Same fucking asshole. God ain't teach him a lesson when he broke his foot. Anyway, we're gonna talk real low and we're gonna try to keep it down. I don't know how long he gonna be out there. I know he gonna sit out there as long as possible in order to try to disrupt what we doing. Niggas is just haters. Niggas is just haters. That's how you know niggas is losers though, when I real talk. You know? Watch this. That's how you know niggas is losers. Because they spend all of their time and energy trying to fuck somebody else up. Alright, so we're gonna talk our shit for a moment. So I want to be clear about something. This is another I told you so video. Because I told y'all that Taiwan was in the mix. I told y'all that there was a couple of countries going and trying to get Taiwan. So for everybody that don't know, we're going to talk about a couple of things today. We're going to talk about some hip-hop. And we're going to talk about these situations. Don't start at Nelson, Australia, saying that dude isn't doing that shit on purpose. He's doing it on purpose, man. Stop. All right? He's doing it 100% on purpose. He's trying to get my channel flagged, and he's trying to get my channel pulled off of YouTube. He's doing it 100% on purpose. So we're not doing that. Anyway, so for everybody that don't know, he trying to run me off the block. You understand what I'm saying? Like just some weirdo ass nigga. So anyway, just so we could be clear, I told y'all about Taiwan previously. Remember? I said, yo, look. Morning. I said, yo, look. The U.S. is trying to, pardon me, I told y'all China, and I told y'all one of the Koreas, I think North Korea or some shit like that, was trying to go after Taiwan. And somebody came in the chat, I forgot who it was, and they said one of the reasons why they're trying to go after Taiwan has to deal with Taiwan is with like one of the major manufacturers of some microchips on the planet. So that might be why they're trying to go after them. I don't know, whatever. But I told you that. And then what do the U.S. do? The U.S. just went and they now giving billions of dollars to Taiwan. Just like they're giving billions of dollars to Ukraine, just like they're giving billions of dollars to Israel. Now, for all of the people, I made a comment the other day, and I just want to clarify this. I made a comment the other day when I said that Israel needs America in order to win this fight that they got going on with Iran. The reason why I'm saying this, I just want this to be clear. I'm not trying to say that Israel don't have power to fight. I'm not saying Israel, but what you have to understand that in that region, it's all of those countries against Israel. It's not just Iran. That's one. Two, America just gave them billions of dollars in money and billions of dollars in equipment. You understand what I'm saying? Billions. And I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about Iran. So America doesn't have, pardon me, Israel has the ability to defend itself, but it doesn't necessarily have the ability to push forward with a a effort on the ground. I mean, they could send missiles, they could send rockets, all of that type of shit. But they, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, I'll be 100% wrong, open to have a discussion in the chat about it. I don't think Israel can push a ground effort without America being the spear of their forces. So that's what I'm trying to say. That they can't push forth a ground effort. Obviously, they can send rockets. Obviously, they can send missiles. They could shoot at them. They could do things like that. There's people walking past that want to say what's up to me, but I'm inside the building because of the douchebag down the block. Because the douchebag down the block, I'm in the building. There's people walking past that want to say what's up to me. I want to apologize to everybody that want to say what's up to me this morning. I want to say, wish me a good day. That I would love to wish a good day too. Right now, I'm inside the building because there's some douchebag on a bike. So that's what that's what's going on right now. I want to apologize to everybody. So I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I don't want us to get this wrong. I told you that Taiwan was in the mix. Now, what did America just do? America just sent them billions of dollars. They're going to tell you I'm wrong. They're going to tell you I'm crazy. They're going to tell you I don't know what I'm talking about. But they also can't have these conversations with you because they don't even have the intelligence. They haven't been doing any kind of nothing. they can't even have these conversations with you. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is not me shitting on anybody. This is me just stating something that is factual information. They can't even have these conversations. So I want to talk about that today. And I would love to talk a little bit of hip hop, just so we could be clear. Right now, hip hop is going through something, and I think that these guys are literally just being paid to distract us. I think that this is all a distraction effort. That's why I put these two videos together, put these two things together. I think this is all a distraction effort. That's it. I think that it's important for whatever the reason is for our demographic, minorities specifically that live in America, whether you're black, whether you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, whether you're any part of, a certain tribe. I think they need us to be distracted and they need us to be focusing our energy somewhere else. You understand? That's what I believe needs to be happening. And that's why I think these guys are arguing with each other. I want to say something. So shout out to Cameron. Cameron brought up a great thing. Go check out his, I don't know if it was on his live. I saw somebody repost it. So I don't know if it was on his live or his feed. But Cameron was talking about the beef that he had with 50, the beef that he had with Nas, and how those beefs, like all of this shit is cleared up now. They don't got no problems. But how those beefs had to deal basically with business. It wasn't personal. It was like they weren't arguing for nothing. They weren't just arguing to argue. But it seems like these guys that's arguing right now for the most part is that they're arguing just to argue. So what's the problem? What's the issue? And I do believe that a point could be made is that they're just there to try to distract us because there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. But the question is, who wants us distracted? Now, a lot of people are going to say the powers that be want us distracted. But remember, the Bible says that there's going to be wars and rumors of wars, and we're not supposed to really be paying attention to that shit because it's not us. It has not, like, these are not things that we're supposed to be too involved in. So, just something to throw out there. Just something to be mindful of. Remember, these same dudes that come out here playing his music every morning trying to fuck us over is the same guys that run around talking about how I need to get a job. Never forget about this. They're out here right now during this time of day trying to screw us over, trying to get our channel demonetized, trying to do all of this shit to fuck us up. But they always telling me to get a job. Nigga, maybe you need to get a job. You wouldn't be out here someday doing this weirdo shit. I think he pulled up out here. Yeah, he pulled up out of here. Just weirdo activity, man. Just weirdo activity. Just weirdo activity. That's all. Just weirdo activity. Oh, I can raise my voice now. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was inside, so I was speaking real low. Good morning. I was inside, so I was speaking real low. Then I came outside and I forgot to raise my voice some. I can get back to projecting. I like to project my voice. I don't like to. I like to project when I speak. Sometimes it gives people the wrong impression of what I'm talking about, but I like to project when I speak. Yeah, just weirdo ass niggas, man. Just good morning, my brother. All right, just weirdos, man. Just weirdos. Niggas is just. I just want to stop. I want to say something real quick. Us as men, we're not supposed to be so emotional. When men are emotional, that's bad. When women are emotional, it's not bad because women are meant to be emotional. Us as men, we need for our women to have a certain level of emotionality in them. I hope that's a word. But we need for them to be emotional. How else are they going to raise our children? How else are they going to know what we need? And how else are they going to know to be a good partner to us if they can't read emotion, if they are in emotion? We need women to be emotional. Men are not supposed to be emotional. Good morning, my brothers. Because that could be dangerous. Us as men, we are powerful. Our physical structure is powerful. We're not supposed to be running around with all of this emotional shit going on. You understand? We're just not. So just keep that in mind. Women being emotional is not a bad thing. Men being emotional is dangerous. So if you got all of these emotional dudes around you, you probably need to remove yourself from that situation. It's not good for these men to be emotional like this. It's crazy how I don't even know these niggas. It's crazy how I affect them emotionally like this. This is giving off LGBTQ community vibes. Good morning. I'm just telling you what it is, fam. And I'm not mad at them. LGBTQ it up. LGBTQ it up. I mean, whatever, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. LGBTQ it up. But men ain't supposed to be emotional like this, man. Y'all dudes be out here, y'all be super emotional, then y'all be trying to get me to be emotional with y'all, then y'all get mad when I don't. I don't understand this shit. You're welcome. Good morning. Yeah, these niggas get mad when I don't get emotional with them. It's crazy. I don't get it, but you know, whatever. Let's get back to what we're talking about. I told y'all that Ukraine was in the mix. Remember? I told y'all. Ukraine was in the mix. Pardon me, Taiwan was in the mix. So now America, our Democrats that y'all keep voting for, they don't want to send no money to help our people. They don't want to send no money to secure the borders. They don't want to send any money to all of these sanctuary cities where they're sending the migrants to that are now being overpopulated and crime is out of control. They don't want to send no money to help those, but they want to send money to help the Ukrainian border. How does that make sense? I need somebody to explain this to me. I'm standing here. I'm ready to listen. How does that make sense? They don't want to send no money to protect our own borders, but they do want to send money to protect the Ukrainian borders. And they're pretty upfront about it. They're not hiding these things. This is not a covert operation. They're in the front with this information. I need for somebody to explain this to me. Remember when I told y'all about, and this is a fact, remember when I told y'all they spent like $25 million to count fish in the damn Gulf of Mexico? They spent like 20. As soon as Biden became president, their first budget had like 25 million to count fish in the freaking the damn Gulf of Mexico. It also had 50 million or something like that to go send over to Africa so they could give children sex changes. Why are y'all voting for this? I need an explanation. And that's all I'm asking for. And I don't want to hear because Trump is a racist. It don't make sense at this point. That's not enough. Trump is putting money in our communities. These niggas is putting money in all of the other countries. I need to know why Trump is more racist than them. Morning, my brother. Morning. I need to know why Trump is more racist than them. They say Trump is racist, but he's literally putting money and resources in our community. The Democrats, who are supposed to put money and resources in our community, is sending money and resources to other countries. I need to know why Trump is more racist than the Democrats. That's all I'm asking. Put it in the chat. I'll have this conversation. Because y'all all love Biden, right? A ton of y'all love Biden and hate Trump. I'm not mad at you. I'm saying shout out to you. All of the things. But what I'm also saying is I need an explanation. Morning, my brother. I also need an explanation. I want to know why those migrants coming across the border could get instant access when we got people that been over here working for 10 and 15 years and can't bring their family over. Good morning. I need some explanations. We got people that have been working 10 and 15 years in this country to try to bring their families over. They still can't because they can't get the proper visas and they can't get the proper paperwork. But these mofos could just come through the border and get everything that they need to build a great life. I need an explanation. This ain't the first time they did that, by the way. This is an old play. They've been doing this with all of the countries for years. When people keep saying, why don't blacks have like what these American blacks, why aren't they doing as well as some of these people in these other countries are doing? This is why. They've been doing this for years. For years, they've been having a deal. They had a deal with China, specifically. I'm going to talk about the China deal. They had a deal with China for years that every single year, a certain number of Chinese people will come over here and they will give them money to be able to build their business up. That's why you see so many Chinese food restaurants everywhere in the hood, fam. I just gave you a little bit of history. They do it with other countries too. So I need an explanation. Because y'all keep talking about how y'all love the Democrats and all the Republicans are racist, but you can't tell me what the Republicans did that's more racist than the Democrats, other than having people that vote for them that are racist. Are the people that vote Republican racist? Sure, there's a ton of racists that vote Republican. That's a fact. That's a whole bona fide fact. Because the racists cannot vote Democrat because that just wouldn't make sense. That's a whole bona fide fact. Good morning.
Good morning.
But just because a racist votes for someone, that doesn't make them racist. So you're trying to tell me if you're running for office and a gay person votes for you, that makes you gay? That doesn't make sense. I need for somebody to explain to me how that makes sense. That's all I'm saying. You're trying to tell me that if you're running for office and a rich person votes for you, that makes you rich? By default? I need an explanation. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that logic doesn't add up to me. It might add up to you. That logic doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make any sense. They just sending another 60 billion to the Ukraine. They sending like another 12 billion or something like that, 15 or 12 billion to Israel. And they sending about 5 or 8 billion to Taiwan. How many billions are they sending to help the American people? I'll wait. Because remember, all of these billions are tax dollars. Why do they keep complaining that the Republicans are trying to destroy? Hold on, listen, pay attention. Why they steady trying to complain that the... Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Why they steady trying to complain that the Republicans are trying to get rid of Social Security, while they have the money to put into Social Security, but instead of putting the money into Social Security, they're sending it to other countries. So you're just not paying any attention to that. I'm going to say that again. You talk to a Democrat, I'm talking about a Democratic voter, and they'll be like, the Republicans are trying to destroy Social Security. They're trying to get rid of Social Security, right? And then the same Democrats that are mad at the Republicans for trying to get rid of Social Security are the same Democrats that have the money to put into Social Security, but instead of doing that, they sending it to other countries. I need an explanation. That's it. Just give me an explanation. I just want to know how that works. I just want to know how that works. Because I want to know how your math works. That it's okay for the Democrats to send all of our money to all of these other places except for America. But you're going to keep voting for them. They're on our Senate floor. They're on our Senate floor waving the flag of another country. That's bananas. That's bananas. I'm not hating on the other country. Don't get this confused. I'm not mad at them. They didn't do anything wrong but need help. Sometimes people need help. But how the hell are our lawmakers waving the flag of any country other than our own on our Senate floor? I need an explanation. I need an explanation. How are you voting for these people? How are these people staying in office? When you walk outside your door and you see all the things that your community needs, all the resources that your community needs, and then you see them supplying resources to another country, how does that not make you angry before they supply it to their own? Who in the hell feeds the neighbor's kids before they feed their own kids that's living in their house? Who does that? Tell me where I'm wrong at. I'm here and I'm listening. What up, young LA? I'm here and I'm listening. Tell me where I'm wrong at. I already know you can't tell me where I'm wrong at. All you're going to be able to do is try to make fun of what I'm saying. You know what people do when they don't understand something, when something is beyond them? They make fun of it. You want to know what people do when they don't have the intellectual acumen to be able to keep up with an individual? They make fun of them. These are facts. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm standing here. I'm listening. Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't worry, this is all coming to a head. What y'all don't realize, and I'm specifically speaking to our people. I'm specifically speaking to our people. What y'all don't realize is that the Democrats is actually, they're not winning too many more elections. They're about to get voted out at a large number. These niggas is done. They cooked. They're cooked. You can't lie but for... Good morning. You can't lie but for so long. That's why, and I keep trying to tell y'all, when somebody is lying on you, you have to keep your composure as best as you can. It's difficult. It's hard. Believe me. You already know. I know how this goes. When people lying on you, it's difficult. It's hard. But you have to keep your composure, because what the liar wants you to do is step outside of yourself What the liar wants you to do is start believing the lie that they're telling. What the liar wants you to do is not have faith in God. Because once you have faith in God, you let God deal with it. He gonna send you the resources. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. That's why they tell the lies. That's why they make up shit. They try to break your faith so you don't have faith in God. And once you don't have faith in God, you're going to act outside of yourself. And once, even if you only one time in your life do something outside of your norm, they're going to try to make it seem like that's who you really are. Even though in reality, you only spent one time, you lost yourself. One time, you lost your composure. They're going to try to make it seem like that's who he really is. Why? Because they work for Satan. Come on, have a blessing. That's why you can't worry about that shit. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. Remember when I kept telling y'all that Dwayne Reed around here had this lady in there, and every time I go in there, she give me a hard time for no reason? Remember I told y'all that? So I don't go to the Dwayne Reed unless I don't got no other choice. I just don't go there. Guess what? The Dwayne Reed closed down, fam. It ain't here no more. Remember I told y'all somebody went inside of the Dunkin' Donuts and lied to the Dunkin' Donuts people and had the Dunkin' Donuts people treating me badly for no reason whatsoever? Them niggas got robbed last week. I'm just telling you what it is, fam. Good morning. Get God fight your battles. Your battles are not for you to fight. There's only one war going on. It's God's word and the people that don't want God's word to materialize. That's it. You let God fight your battles, man. You continue to try to do whatever God put in your heart, because that's what God's will is.
Oh, okay. I have to go see. I see.
You continue to do whatever God put in your heart. He didn't put the same thing in all of our hearts. You understand? He didn't put the same thing in all of our hearts. You continue to do whatever it is that God put in your heart. And you just leave the rest to him. He gave you a mission, fam. Are you going to do his mission or are you going to work for Satan? Those are your two choices. Most people choose to work for Satan, I'm sorry to say. Just telling you. I can go even further. But I'm just going to leave it alone. Because I'm not trying to talk crap about nobody. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody. And I hope everybody landed on their feet from the Dwayne Reed. I hope everybody landed on their feet. I'm not wishing no bad on nobody. I'm just explaining to you. All of our power comes from the Most High, fam. Whatever power you got comes from the Most High. We don't have any power without him. With that being said, let's get back to what we're talking about. If you haven't seen the streets of LA, if you haven't heard about what's happening in Chicago, Chirac, By the way, Chirac became Chirac when who was their senator? I'm just saying. Who was the senator over there when Chirac became what Chirac is right now? When Chirac just initially started becoming the fucking gun capital of the world, who was their senator? Who was their senator? When Chirac became what Chirac is as we know it right now, as a place where people just run around haphazardly shooting the block up every 5 minutes the way they made it seem. They had people on Twitter communicating back and forth with each other so they could organize shootouts with each other, opposing gangs. When Chirac became that Chirac, who was the senator? He was a Democrat. I'm just going to throw that out there for you. Good morning. Who was the senator? Who was the senator? Anybody know? Y'all just want me to tell y'all so I could just look smart.
This shutdown on keeping these, but we're going to talk about this. Either that or direct.
Obama. How about that? Good morning. Obama. He was their senator, wasn't he? Right before he became president? And then he became president, and y'all do know that under Obama, the most black people were killed by police, like, than under any, good morning, than under any other president. You do know this, right? The black president became a president, and under that black president, the most black people were killed by the police than under any other president. Y'all do know this, right? Because y'all keep talking about Trump every 5 minutes. So why don't we think that Obama don't care about black people? I'm just curious. Why doesn't he get the same attention that we give to Trump on this matter? I'm just curious. Just saying things, right? You know, factual things, but things nonetheless. Y'all keep making it about color and race. That's not what it's about. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's not what it's about, fam. It's not about color and race. They've tricked you. It's not about color and race. Oh, we gonna have a short show today. My phone is almost dead. I thought I had more power in it. I guess I didn't. But that's good also because I'm gonna drop some videos today. I gotta drop a whole bunch of videos today, so that's good also. It's not about color and race. They've tricked you. They've made us think only about color and race, so they could think about money and resources, so they could think about power, so they could think about acquiring land, so they could think about all of the things that actually matter and contain so they could think about the things that control the universe, control the world, while all we think about is race. When you get to a certain level of financial of wealth, when you start acquiring wealth, race isn't in the equation. The most wealthiest people in the world, Caucasian, damn near. But who controls most of the world's oil? You see how easy it is to debunk things once you actually start using your brain? Because right now we're considered that oil is the most damn near valuable thing on the planet, right? That's being sold at large increments, right? Who controls most of the oil on the planet? Not Caucasians. They've tricked you into thinking that race is the most important aspect of our personality. I want to say something real quick. MLK, Dr. Martin Luther King, said he wants people to judge him by the content of his character, not by the color of his skin. Then why do all of our black politicians always want to talk about how they black? Can I get an explanation? Am I saying anything wrong? They always want to talk about how they black. They always want to talk about how they, whatever the gender they are. But if I remember correctly, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said we should want to be judged by the content of our character. Why do they not want you to look at the content of their character? Good morning. You also, thank you. Why don't they want us to look at the content of their character? Why are they always talking about other people? That's why you got to be mindful of whenever you hear somebody always talking negative about other people. What kind of good could a person have in them if all they want to talk about is the negativity in other people? How could that person, what kind of, oh, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
That's a fact though, right?
Yeah.
What kind of good could a person have in them? If all they're doing is running around talking about why you should dislike that person and why you should dislike, good morning. What kind of good could they have in them? Not, you don't got none? Zeros? Good morning, my brother. You got zeros? Zero going on over there? All you want to do is spend your day talking down on other people, trying to talk death into other people's lives, trying to talk negativity in other people's lives? What kind of person could you be? Don't worry, God got you, because you're not going to live forever. Not gonna live forever. You're gonna be ha and he. And then your time is gonna come, and then you're gonna realize, because right when you're gonna see all of, and you're gonna realize just how terrible the things you was doing was. Morning. Not gonna live forever, fam. God's gonna say, what have you done? And all you're gonna be able to do is reflect on all of the negative conversations you've had, all of the hate you pushed out into the universe. That's all you're gonna be able to reflect on. All of the hate, all of the negativity. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
All right. What have you done good? Who have you helped? We got some videos we're going to be dropping today. A couple of them are going to definitely be on politics. We got a lot of political things I want to discuss today. But we're going to have a short show today because I forgot to charge the battery in my phone. So I'm going to move on to, we're going to move on to a little bit of this hip-hop conversation. Nobody's commenting in the chat, so I feel like I can move on to the hip-hop conversation. Because nobody's commenting. If y'all was commenting, then we're gonna be on that. But nobody's commenting, so we're gonna move on to the hip hop conversation if that's fine. So I want to say something real quick. I finally figured out why rap is changed. It's not like it was in the 80s. I mean, I didn't finally figure it out. We're just having a discussion right now. So rap isn't like it was in the 80s. It's not like it was in the 90s. You know, it's just not. And I think part of the reason that it's not is, and this is real talk, I just don't think men are men anymore. I think that men aren't allowed to be men, and a lot of men give in. Just so we could be clear. I don't think men aren't allowed to be men, and I just don't think men give in. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think men are allowed to be men. Good morning. And I think since men aren't allowed to be men, the young boys growing up don't get an opportunity to see men being men. Good morning. And I think that that's a reflection of our music. I think that's a reflection of our art. I think that's a reflection of a lot of the things that's going on just in the world. You know, men are not allowed to be men. And at the same time, women aren't really allowed to be women. When a female comes out and she's feminine in her femininity, she gets, you know, spoken down on. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling?
Excellent, my brother. Excellent. Yes, sir. I think that we're not allowed to be men no more. Women aren't allowed to be women. I think they're trying to muddy the waters. They're trying to convince men to go get their nails and their feet done. I don't care. We're not supposed to be doing that. don't care. Men ain't supposed to be going and getting their nails painted. I don't care. You can't tell me they are. Men aren't supposed to be going to get their feet done. I don't care. You can't tell me they are. Now, if you got a problem with your foot, like a hangnail or something, and you need it to be taken care of, that's one thing. But for you to just go get your fucking feet done because you want to get it done because, I don't know, whatever the random reason might be, that has nothing to do with your health, we're not supposed to be doing that. Men need to be able to be men. Women need to be able to be women. It is dangerous when a man is emotional. It's dangerous when a man is out there just being a hater. Those things are dangerous. We've watched enough movies where everything's going great, but there's a hater in the crew. And because there's a hater in the crew, niggas start getting killed, money start getting messed up, all of this other weirdo shit start happening. Why? 9 times out of 10, that hater is an emotional man. Tell me where the law's at. Men are supposed to be men. Men are not supposed to be all of this other shit they got going on. Men are supposed to be men. Women are supposed to be women. That's just the way that it goes. We have to allow for our women to be feminine, and we have to allow for our men to be masculine. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, ma'am. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to. Now, are there asshole men out there? Absolutely. Are there women out there that are just toxic, just as toxic as some of the asshole men? Absolutely. But that's not everyone. When I was growing up, having a jealous man was like, men just wasn't like that. Like, it happened, but it was not the norm. It wasn't what was normally going on. Now, it's like that's the norm. The norm is for there to just be a ton of jealous niggas walking around. When I was growing up, that wasn't what it was. It just wasn't. I don't. Unless you like in my age group, I don't think you can understand this. It just wasn't. Nowadays, niggas is just jealous of other niggas. Niggas literally sit around talking about other niggas all day. They got literal chat rooms that dudes go into to talk about another nigga for hours and hours at a time. That's some of the most feminine shit I ever heard of. So now we talking about hip-hop. What do you think hip-hop is going to turn into? Hip-hop is going to turn into a reflection of what's happening on the street. It's not vice versa. So that's why you got all of these dudes in hip-hop right now singing. Not that there's anything wrong with singing, but that's why you got all of these dudes in hip-hop right now getting diddied.
Yes, sir.
That's why you got these dudes like, and I'm not trying to throw shots at Meek, but that's why you got this, somebody called them cheek mills. That's why you got people like Meek bunny hopping at a damn tennis court. You got Meek bunny hopping at a tennis court. The hell? You got people like Little Uzi Vert on stage with a damn purse. A purse. It's an attack on God. Okay? First and foremost. It's an attack on God. God made man, and then God made woman to be man's helper. How could women be men? First of all, how could we get to God? Because remember, the divine order is God, Christ, man, woman, child. That's the divine order. In order for man to get to God, we have to go through Christ. Morning, my brother.
Teaching the truth. Sounds like Beatz.
In order to get to God, man has to go through Christ. Right? So in order for a woman to get to God, she has to be with a God-fearing man. How can a man be a God-fearing man and he's out there trying to be a woman? Explain this shit to me. Explain this to me. I'm about to put y'all on the game. So you know how it says in the Bible that God took a rib of one of Adam's ribs. I need for you to understand this. Language was different back then. God didn't take a physical rib out of Adam. God went to a distant part of Adam's family. Because there were other people on the planet. It wasn't only Adam and Eve. Adam was just following God's laws like no one else. Adam was, how do you say, like when Jacob had his name changed to Israel. See, this is a long conversation. I'm going to try to cut it as much as I can. So I'm going to leave some of it out because it's a very long conversation. But it wasn't a physical rib. It was a distant part of Adam's family. There was people on the planet other than Adam and Eve. Okay? Do you remember when it says that when Adam and Eve bit the apple and understood the difference between good and evil, which ironically enough, the first thing they realized was that they were naked. When Adam and Eve understood the difference, understood they was naked, they went to hide amongst the trees. You trying to tell me and you as a human being, we could look into a forest and see some people hiding amongst trees? God couldn't? No, they went and hid amongst people. God recognized them and saw them because they had clothes on or they were covered up and the other people were walking around nude. This is why they hate me, fam. Morning, my brother. This is why they hate me. Don't get it confused. They don't hate me because I've done something wrong. They don't hate me because I'm a bad person. They hate me because of this. They trying to get my channel pulled because of this. I'm getting attacked all the time by fucking weirdos because of this. Woman is man's helper. God says that we're supposed to treat our women in such a manner. Niggas don't do that no more. That's part of the problem. One of my brothers. That's part of the problem. We're supposed to love our women and treat them with compassion. We're supposed to be soft on our women. We don't do that anymore.
That's right.
That's part of the problem.
That's right. A big fucking problem.
How you doing this morning?
I'm okay, brother.
Thanks.
That's right. I wish you could preach this to these boys out here. But they some ignorant motherfuckers.
Well, we're going to try to get to as many people as possible.
That's right. Do it.
So if we're not, just so we can be clear, if we're not being masculine, one of the attributes of being masculine is being soft towards women that are feminine. When a nigga is feminine, he's hard on women that are feminine. Because they conflict. Do you get it? One of the attributes of being masculine is being loving towards a feminine woman. I'm not talking about these women out here that's trying to be a man. I'm not talking about them. They got their own thing going on. So I'm not discussing them. That's not the people I'm talking about in this conversation. I'm not talking about the totality of women. But one of the attributes of a confident masculine man is to be soft towards feminine women. So our women need to have a place to be women. And our men need to have a place to be men. Good morning. And hip hop is a reflection that that's not happening in our communities right now. That's why hip hop is in disarray. Hip hop has always been a reflection of the community. That's why I had to be born from a place like New York City, from the Bronx. This is why they hate me. I haven't done anything wrong. Satan needs me to stop. Satan needs me to stop preaching. Satan needs me to stop talking about this shit that we supposed to be doing. Satan needs me to quit as immediately as possible. So Satan is always sending adversaries at me. Satan is always trying to lie about my name. Why wouldn't he? I have to be one of his biggest freaking... Satan has to make sure that I reach as few people as possible. That's why when I'm outside, out here doing what I'm doing, before you would see so many people trying to prevent me from talking. Imagine the people that's hearing me right now that don't even know this channel exists. I wish I would have put more charge into my phone. I did not try. I thought the phone was charged a lot more than it is. I want to apologize about that. I didn't put a lot of charge into the phone. I want to apologize about that. So I only got like 10% left. So we're about to be out of here in a minute. What up, Fareed? What's our word for this day? But also, I have other business to get to, so this is all in God's great design. I gotta work on some other BBN business today. So this is all in God's design. You understand? We got Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Says, this is the King James Version. Says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given amongst men whereby we must be saved. Y'all better come to God, and you only could get to God through Jesus. Y'all better come to God. You only could get to God through Jesus. It's the only way you could get to God, through Jesus, period. Good morning, my brother.
Morning, morning, morning.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You only could get to God through Jesus. Y'all better come to God. Y'all better stop dilly-dallying out here, playing with your friends, doing weirdo shit. You're going to think that you got forever because a lot of y'all probably believe you got to the dying second. But what you don't realize is showing your love and your faith in God, you have to put acts behind it, not just words. So when you wait for the last second to go get to God, oh, I'm gonna on my deathbed, I'm just going to renounce all of my sins. That's not how that works. God is going to also say, what acts did you put behind those words? You put a whole bunch of acts behind that evil you was doing, but you put no acts behind the good? Yes, ma'am. You better put some acts behind that shit. Morning, my brother. All of that evil you was doing, you put all of that energy behind that evil. You put all of that motion behind that evil. What energy and motion you put behind your faith in God? Any? Any? Is this any? Did you put any? Or you just out here saying you're doing good? Oh, I'm gonna wait for the last moment right before I pass away, and I'm gonna give my life to God. That's your plan? Yes. I promise you that ain't gonna work, because that's not how that works. There's literally a book in the Bible called Acts. We just read from it. Good morning. Do you put any action behind those words? Because you put all of this action behind all of that negative things, all of the hate you had in your heart, you put action behind that. Did you put any action behind the alleged good that you're going to tell God about on your dying day? You put any acts behind that? You put any energy behind that? You put any emotion behind that? Or you only put emotion behind the hate in your heart? How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning, my brother. How you?
Great. Every day's a good day.
Yes, baby. God bless.
Yes, sir.
Everything's a great day, baby.
That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you.
That's right, baby.
None of us are perfect. God don't expect us to be perfect. But he does expect effort. You're welcome. He does expect effort. None of us is perfect, fam. We're all sinners. We're born into sin from the second that we come into the world. But he expects effort. What kind of effort are you putting behind those words that you're not a bad person? What kind of effort are you putting behind your heart? Are you putting, are you somebody's, are you assisting and trying to magnify God's name? Or are you insisting on trying to suppress God's name? What are you doing? Are you insisting in trying to magnify the idea and the concept of the Most High? Or are you insisting on trying to minimize the other people's ability to be able to feel the Most High in their life? What are you doing? None of us are perfect, fam. We all have flaws. He expects effort. Put some effort. Good morning. There is a reason. There is a reason why a female will get with you, because she sees potential. There is a reason behind this. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right? There's a reason behind this. It's not that she just only sees potential. It's because God is radiating out of you. Do you know how to tap into that energy or not? Are you willing to tap into that energy? That's what that is. It's not that she sees potential. It's that she can see God radiating out of you. There's a difference. We just don't know how to quantify it. You understand? Just putting you on the game, fam. Just putting you on the game. I don't believe in karma. Karma's not actually a thing. Karma's not actually a thing. I don't believe in karma. Karma's not actually a thing. Luck is not a thing. These are not things. These are constructs created by man. These are not things. You either are in God's graces or you are not. These are not things. Don't get caught up on believing that luck is a thing. Luck is not a thing. All right? Luck is not a thing. That's not a thing. Karma is not a thing. It's not a thing. Sometimes you're just going through a trial. That's it. Sometimes you're just being tested by the Lord. That's it. To think that luck is a thing is to discount God. That's basically saying something is happening based on a coincidence. Like God hasn't a grand design. Stop believing in luck. Luck isn't a thing. As long as we believe in constructs like that, we can't get as close to we can't see the Most High's vision. Once we stop believing in stuff like karma, once we stop believing in things like luck, I mean, sometimes in order to be able to explain a thing to somebody that only understands those concepts, you might need to use those words in order to get your point across, but you have to then try to bring the person back to the Most High. You get it? But those are not things. Once we stop thinking that things are luck, we start looking at the world a little bit differently. You start realizing that shit ain't luck, fam. It's all design. Morning, my brother. It's all God's grand design, fam. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is luck. You meet who you meet. You are friends with who you are friends with. Good morning, my brother. You meet who you meet. You are friends with who you are friends with. You are not friends who you are not friends with. It's all part of the grand design. It's for a reason. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, I want to. You have a blessed one too. Thank you.
You going in here?
I sure am now.
Oh,
Now I'm going in.
Oh, thanks for letting me help you. So no, I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in luck. Those things are not real. Those things are constructs that were created in order to remove us from our true power, our ability that we do have to affect the things that are around us. Now, how long have y'all been following me on this page? Do y'all not see how I affect everything that I come into contact with? I have an effect on everything I come in contact with, fam, even if I'm not trying to do nothing. I literally stand around minding my business and I'm affecting shit and I'm affecting my environment. I'm not even doing nothing. You think that's because of anything other than the Most High being present in my life? You think that's anything other than the Most High having his hand on my shoulder? You think that's up for a reason other than anything other than the Most High guiding me? People become obsessed with me, fam. And I'm not doing anything. You think that's luck? You think that's karma? No. That has nothing to do with those things. Those are just constructs. Good morning.
Morning.
Those are just constructs that are created by man. That has nothing to do with what's going on with me. What's going on with me is you're welcome. Have a blessed day. What's going on with me is I've been talking about God ever since I was born. That's just the household that I kind of grew up in. I got 4% on the phone. This shit is about to die. I want to apologize to y'all. I might give y'all afternoon live. Only because I gotta cut this live short. But I'm raring to go. There's gonna be some videos that will be dropping today. I only got 4% on the phone, so we gotta get up out of here. I love y'all. Please go out there and do something positive in this world today. Go do something great with your time. Go do something positive and great. And after you do it, stamp God's name on it. It don't have to be big. It could be small. It could be as tiny as just helping somebody, opening the door for somebody. It could be something as tiny as Somebody drops there's something on the floor and you help them pick it up. It could be as small as that. But do it in the name of the Most High.
It should be
And don't
and shit.
do it in the name of the Most High. And don't be ashamed. They want you to be ashamed of God. Don't be ashamed of God, fam. Whatever you're doing, don't be ashamed of God. They want you to be ashamed of God. Why do you think they attack me the way that they attack me? They want everybody that loves God to fear speaking God's name in positivity. So they attack me the way that they attack me, so that other people that believe in God will say, I don't want that to happen to me. So they don't magnify God's name. Magnify God's name anyway. Don't worry about them. They're going to get what they deserve. All right? Don't worry about them. Magnify God's name. Preach God's name. Love your people. Love who love you. Love everybody, but love on who loves you. I can love you from a distance, but if you allow me to love you up close, I will. If you allow me to love you within arm's distance, I will. But if I can't love you within arm's distance, I'm going to love you a mile away. With that being said, I love y'all. Have a great day. Go out there, do something positive. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got in this one. I'm out.